Hi, it's Lonnie. Welcome to Grace Blossoms for you. So I have some more magazine ideas I wanted to share with you. This one I got from Dragona at Sasebo. And what she did was she took a card base, just like that, and put a image and then have it fold out like that. I really like that idea, so I made several of those that I probably already gave a bunch away. And then I thought, how else can we do this? So then I did this kind of a idea. Well, actually, this is the same one. It folds open like that, which is fun because you can put your message inside there. Okay, so that one. And then we'll make another one and then I can show it to you. So this one, and again, this isn't original with me, but I hadn't made a card like this until now. And so I thought it would be fun if we would take a magazine image or a calendar image and I was thinking, since it's fall, we could maybe do an image that would remind us that it is fall. Don't see a lot going on in there. Maybe I already used the fall ones. Doesn't actually look like there is a lot of fall images in this one. Okay, what else have I got? Oh, well, I found the one that I was going to show you. This one. See that? It opens up like so. And I thought I would like to put something on the front here, like maybe a ribbon. Maybe a bow. So the bow would kind of be sticking. Now I kind of feel like I need to flatten this because it warped a little bit from the glue. But I think what I would do is just, because the pot comes together right there, and so we could put like a ribbon right there and maybe it'll flatten. And so I'm just going to stick that. I only put glue on the one side of the bow, so then you can open it like that still. And hopefully that will kind of keep it there. I also thought of maybe tying some twine around that, or even some thread. But I think for now, the bow will work. If I was going to mail it though, the bow might be a little too poofy. So then, let's see, we can maybe work on something for this one. Now, since I don't really have anything fallish, okay, so I thought maybe I should start with showing you how I fold this one. It's not very complicated, but sometimes it's just nice to see. So this is a lighter cardstock. In fact, I hardly would call it cardstock, but so it's roughly 8 by 10. And I fold it in half one way, trim off the excess. Well, I trim off the fold. so we can get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper. So if we're doing the barn door, rather the close for it, I just kind of estimate where the middle is, and maybe we should do one just inside the other so that it we don't end up with a gap. I think I will make that amendment. Something like that. Okay. Make it very flat. And then when we put something over it, we can put it on the left side, and then the right side will be kept in, just to avoid this line there. Okay, so then we need an image. And 2, I was thinking, if you didn't have like a magazine, you could use like from a seed catalog. And this one I thought would be big enough, but it is not, unfortunately. However, thanks to some very generous people in my life, I now have a lot of things I can use, such as this mushroom napkin. This would work. That would be nice for fall. Looks like a 2-ply. So I've seen people make cards out of napkins before. That's not new either, so, but I hadn't done it on a barn door type of card, so if I cut it there. Just different ways to do the same projects. I don't know about you, but I always like to do something different. I rarely like to repeat the same things over and over. All right, so what I'm going to do is one side at a time. So I'm going to actually do it this way, and I just have to remember roughly where I put stuff so that they'll match up later on the other side. So I'm going to put glue. My other glue is open. Now it's done. Now it's closed. All right. So I'm going to put glue, and lots of it, on this side, just up to the crease. And then I'm going to lay this down. And just lay, oops. Well, that looks real messy now because there was some stuff on my napkin. But fall is kind of down and dirty, isn't it? I mean, it gets muddy, it gets... Alright, so I'm just going to cut the outline. And no, I haven't done this before, so if it totally doesn't work out, then you will know why. And if there's some left over, you can either glue that down. I might glue that down. Like so. I don't think it really matters one way or the other. Alright, so then there's that side. And if I am really good at it, I will get those to match. If I'm not good at it at all, they will maybe come close. However, I think it's more important that I actually get some other mushrooms on here on the front. Maybe like so. What shall I try to do here? Shall I try to match them up? I can try. I don't want to get glue on that side though, so I'm going to open it this way. Are you making a fall journal? I'm not really. I have incorporated some fall things into the last journal I made, but I'm just more doing ephemera right now instead of full-on journals. So, alright, so I want this to be down. And there we have the fold. And I need a clean piece. So yeah, there's a couple of creases in there. That actually doesn't bother me. Didn't line up completely, but not bad. And again, just trim. Of course, you could make these the old-fashioned way and just do them like a normal card. Okay, so there's that. And because that other side is kind of dirty, I feel like I want to do the same on this side. A little bit of a grungy card. How about that? Sorry if you don't like grungy cards. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, they overlap. Didn't quite match, but that's okay. And there's that. So then, we almost need something very thin to keep these things together. Even like a ruffle. That's a book page ruffle. It's a little big. I like that one. So that's really flat, which is what I was going for. I like the purple. It kind of sticks out compared to the rest of it. And just gluing one side down. And the body of the butterfly is going to be stuck down too. So it'll be a little off center. Like so. I just thought since I went to the grungy side, I might like to add a little bit of script. Hopefully there's no glare. Well, let's try. Just want it in a few spots. There we go. I do like that. And then we could also ink. And of course you could totally put these inside your journals. They would make really fun journal cards. So there's that. Now, if I was gonna make a journal card, I would probably do something on the inside so that it wasn't completely white. Just had to trim some off there. It's not super flat, but by the time you would get it into an envelope or a pocket, I think it would flatten out eventually. But yeah, if I did put it in a journal, I would put something on the inside so it wasn't quite so white. But I do like that. So hopefully you got some ideas and can use some of them. I'm still surrounded by all kinds of stuff here, and that's how I work, so don't mind if it falls to the forefront. So this one, I almost want to put like a tab on this one because I keep forgetting that it opens to the side. I could do that if it was a small one or if it was, yeah, like really small. This one is kind of obvious because of the way it sits, that it opens that way. This one, not so much. I mean, if I hold it like, yeah, at a certain angle, yeah, it does. But that's only if it's kind of propped open for a bit. Alright, so that's what I have for you today. Hope you like that. Give it a try, see what happens. Maybe you'll think of something that no one else has thought of before. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.